All right, welcome everybody. Breaking Balls podcast. Scott's here with me. I'm Joe, and this is not our normal Wednesday stream, but you know what? It's football season. We got to put out something on the weekends. He and I both watch college football. We're both going to watch NFL today. We'll hit both of those things. We'll finish up with the MLB playoff picture, which obviously the wild card is of interest to most fans. Um, I don't know. I mean, I didn't watch every game yesterday with college. What I got out of yesterday was the preseason rankings are trash, and there are a couple of there are a couple of unranked teams that are very good, and I think the SEC top to bottom is super strong. I don't care that Alabama lost last week. I don't care that Florida lost yesterday. Those unranked SEC teams, they play really hard. So what did you get out of yesterday's college football matchup day?
SEC's always been pretty good about the lower grade teams up there playing up to their competition. They've always been very, very good about that. And the I think the days of the dominant 1, 2, or 3 SEC teams carrying everything, I think those are
No,
over, man.
they're turning
That's
over. They're going to
yeah.
turn over. Anytime there's a coaching change, or if one team happens to have a whole bunch of players eligible for the draft, it's going to take them a couple of years to develop and recruit. Let me just read you some scores here. Interesting
Sure.
scores. Um, Alabama just bounced back week. You kind of knew it was going to happen. Um, that was a blind spot for me. What my picks this week, it looks like I didn't take Alabama, but Oklahoma pretty much dominated Michigan. Mississippi State beat a ranked team. LSU looked good. Um, South Carolina, tough as usual. You were watching the the Arkansas game. The only surprise out of the SEC, and maybe it shouldn't be a surprise, Florida lost to South Florida, but this is the second ranked team that South Florida has picked off. Other than that, SEC, especially those unranked teams, really strong in my book.
They are. It's still a good division, man. Look,
Absolutely.
you're getting some top tier talent, top tier high school talent that's coming over there, and just because you're in the SEC, you got to realize, and these players are starting to realize that you're going to get a lot of screen time. You're going to get on the air a lot, and the
Mhm.
thing that really matters here, because as much as we all enjoy the competition for these college kids, it's about getting to the next step. It's about
Yeah.
getting to the next level. And for them to get to the next level, they have to be on television. I mean, that's it. So SEC is the entire conference. There's never a struggle to find it on any SEC game on somewhere on one of these streaming platforms somewhere. So
Yeah.
it has to go into consideration. And now that it's kind of starting to break up, personally, I think it's the entire paradigm over here is starting to shift a little bit, because you're not going to get your Georgia and your Alabama and your LSU's. You're not going to exactly be getting these, top high school quarterbacks when they know that they're going to be sitting there holding a clipboard for 2 years.
That's
Because
it.
they're not getting up there, and they like, well, okay, but I can go to a lower ranked SEC team and be starting this year or next. So I think there's a lot of that is starting to definitely permeate around the SEC.
And as far as making it to the next level, you don't need to be the quarterback that wins the national championship to be a first round draft pick. The NFL will find you. We've seen players get picked off of, 6 and 5 teams high in the first round. In the past, we've also seen, was it Dante Culpepper, a Division II quarterback, went as like one of the top 5 picks one year. So the NFL will find you. You don't have to hold the clipboard on Alabama and then finally play when you're a senior. How's Texas going to do recruiting quarterbacks? How's Michigan going to do recruiting quarterbacks? They're probably not going to do so well because they got that young QB
They
in
got
there now.
rookies. They got rookies.
Yeah.
And yeah, these guys, you got, freshmen and sophomore. So no high school top pick is going to be
No.
heading over there knowing that you're playing behind Arch Manning, because that kid's going to be there for what, 4 years? He's going to be up there slinging the ball, or at
That
least another
creates some
3 years.
parity. That
Yeah.
creates some, it's like I would say, um, second level parity. Like the transfer portal obviously is like number one NIL deals, but now you have that kid who wants to play. And that ultimately is why Bo Jackson didn't go to Alabama, right? Bo Jackson heard he was going to start or have a chance to start at Auburn rookie year. He's like, I'll go to Auburn. I don't care that Alabama's, the iconic school in my state. So I know that's a throwback, but it's a great example. The best players may not go to like the top 3, top 10 schools even in the country.
No, they'd rather play. I mean, that's it. They would
I would.
rather play.
I'd
And
rather play.
you don't get, I mean, practice is great for developing skills, but game is the only way that you're going to develop the
You got to play.
necessary skills.
You
You
got to play.
gotta play. You gotta
And I'll
get out
throw
there.
another name out there, more recent name, who didn't play, got drafted. I think he was number 4 in his draft. Has had a terrible time in the NFL. Anthony Richardson. Anthony Richardson only played 11 games in college. Is eligible, makes himself eligible for the draft. He was the youngest quarterback in the league for the first 2 years in the NFL, and he's so raw, his skills don't even have a chance to play in the NFL. Now he's going to sit. He's going to sit
Yeah,
now.
because you haven't started figuring out the difference,
No.
and college is still a little bit hurting right here, and they just I think they're kind of missing the mark here just a little bit. Look, NFL,
Yeah.
here's what they care about. They don't buy into the hype because they already have the hype. All right, the people that live in Tennessee are going to adore the Titans. The people who live in Denver are going to adore the Broncos. They don't have to go after a really hyped up college player to sell tickets. All right, that seems to be what they're missing. The NFL teams, what they care about when they're looking at their draft is, will we win more games with this person than we would without him? And that's
And
it.
how soon is he going to be able to play? Right.
Yes,
And
because
a lot of
college
times you
ready.
see the defensive players seem to get more time in year 1. The offensive players need a little bit of time to cook. But if you're raw to begin with, this Anthony Richardson type player where he's a freak athlete, um, it's not working because I think he needed a whole nother year, maybe in college. So
Well, yeah, because NFL doesn't want to have you cook for 3 years till you're actually ready to get up here and get it done, man. It's not, and that's it. That is the breakdown between college and NFL. The colleges obviously need the hype because they want the game time. They want to win. These athletic programs are massive, massive money makers for these institutions. So you betcha. But the NFL, they already got the money. They're already
yeah,
good to go. So they just want, who are we going to win more games with? And that's what they're looking at. And why Anthony Richardson is a perfect example that he
yeah.
just did not get enough starts. And you need a couple of years seeing tons of different looks, tons of different everything before you start to figure it out. This game is complex, regardless of how it looks for for the people that are watching it at home. This game is complex. There's a lot that goes on here.
Before we jump to NFL, Arch Manning, I didn't watch the game. I saw the highlights.
I did.
So,
I watched
yeah. So
every
talking about Arch,
step.
you're watching Arch Manning pretty closely this year. Tell me about that game, Texas and San Jose State.
Arch has got to work on his footwork. He still does. He really, really has to work on his footwork because I've seen just a couple times where he is just simply not lined up for the pass. His lead foot is way, way out. It opens his body up. It's going to make the ball just drop, drop, drop. And I saw it a couple times. Now, when he's on, when he is lined up, and he had all day to pass yesterday. I mean, he did not have OSU that was just pushing him and pushing him.
It was like a practice almost.
It was a shooting gallery. I mean, he had all kinds of time to throw that ball, and when he did have all kinds of time to throw that ball, he was dead. I mean, he was nailing it. But for some reason, he comes up, throws like 4 touchdown passes in a row. I mean, the guy was he was just all kinds of on fire. He's got excellent chemistry. I forget the damn wide receiver. I forget the guy's name, but he caught like 3 of those passes. I mean, he is just he's starting to feel it, and it looked like he was having fun. And if he's having fun, it seems like he is really, really, he's a Manning. When he's having fun, he is, in fact, he is a Manning, and he's out there getting it done. He's still a rookie, man. Give him a few games, give him a year,
give him a lot of games.
Really, really let him develop and get back some of these fundamentals, because that's it. That's the only thing that's really going to keep him out, because he should have had 6 touchdown passes, not 4. He should have had 6, and he missed 2 of them. And when I went back and looked in slow, I took it out, took a good long look. I wanted to see why. I was like, yeah, he's just out of position. Elbows getting loose, feet are out of position, just rookie stuff. But I think he's got the talent. I mean, he's got the talent. He's got the heart. The kid is incredibly athletic. I was actually watching that instead of watching Iowa and Iowa State, and I live in Des Moines. That's our big game, dude. That's it. That's the one for us.
I had Iowa State there. I mean, I obviously the spread missed by half a point.
It was such a good game. This is.
I was watching on my phone while I was out for the day, and the other one I was following was SMU, which maybe you should watch games that you bet on. Well, they missed 3. They missed 3 field goals. They missed 2 field goals in regulation. One would have won the game. They missed a field goal in overtime. Would have won the game, right?
Yeah.
So that's that. You know what?
Bad day to be a kicker, man. What are you gonna do? Once you're in, look, I was high school and I played in high school as a kicker. All right, 4 years varsity all the way up there because I could kick the ball. But as a kicker, I could tell you, man. Look, once you're in your own head, you're done. All right, you're done. It is so much. There's so much. Where everything we do is the same. Kickers, every bit of it is muscle memory, and we don't change a thing. But once you're in your head, you're done. Not a lot of teams are carrying 2 and 3 kickers in case one goes mental. So yeah, it was that was tough to watch, man. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, and still a couple more upsets. The theme for week 1 and week 2 has been upsets, especially unranked. I mean, in Florida's case, South Florida was at Gainesville and they beat 13th ranked Florida 18-16. We had
what a game though, man. What a game.
I mean, Iowa State barely held on. It's not an upset, but they weren't able to cover. And where's my other game here? Well, Mississippi State, right? 24-20 over number 12 ranked Arizona. At least they were home. And then, of course, Michigan. Have we had a matchup where 2 ranked opponents, the higher ranked opponent, won? I don't think so. Oklahoma just looked like a more cohesive unit. Michigan's got the freshman quarterback. That's why I bet against them. You said the spotlight is on these guys. They're getting a lot of camera time leading up to the game. That could be really bad. Arch Manning looked like he pressed and played it very safe in week 1. But now this Michigan quarterback, was it Bryce Underwood? He's going to have trouble after the game because he got caught on camera arguing with a teammate on the sideline. These guys have to make sure they have thick skin. I don't mind that behavior, by the way. You don't know what's really being said. They're not fighting. It's in the heat of the moment, 2 competitors and all that. But I don't love the freshman quarterbacks when I'm betting on games, but they're exciting to watch, obviously. And
they're fun, dude. All right. Yeah. And again, they're fun and exciting because you get to see stuff that you would never really see out of a seasoned guy. Some of the crazy stuff that they come up with. So yeah, man, they are fun. But you know what, dude? We said 20 minutes. There's no way you and I will ever get through any of this in 20 minutes.
Let's go to NFL.
Talking sports. So what do you? Here we go all day, man. Go for it.
So, I think this is the best way to do it. These are my picks from last week. I'm in a pick'em league with my friends, so I'll let you pass these on these 2, and then we can compare midweek. We'll just keep track. So I usually pick at least 2 underdogs when I do this, but we could just do this on the fly. Did you put in picks for Cowboys, Eagles, Chiefs, Chargers, or no?
Yeah, I did for Eagles. I didn't make it. I didn't make my pick. You know what? Had that rain delay not happened, I think I would have hit. I would have hit them all, man. But as soon as after
this is not with the spread. This is not with the spread. So you had Cowboys in that game?
No, I will never pick the Cowboys.
Yeah, so
I don't care ever.
We'll give you that one. Who'd you have for Chiefs Chargers? We'll go honor system here.
I actually had the Chargers.
Okay, cool. So we're tied anyway. So
Justin, I got to take a second here, man. Look, Justin Herbert's the real deal. Did you see that game? Did you see how hard the heart that kid has? He actually turned, and if you look on our fantasy league, Joe, you'll see that I actually had Keenan Allen in. And the only reason that I even drafted him and put him in is because of Justin Herbert. He's going to be looking for Allen can get open. All right. He's not the Allen of 5 years ago. I don't think anybody's arguing that, but he is a good, reliable person. And Herbert does not seem to favor any particular receiver. He likes the guy who's open. Allen gets open. That was my argument. And yes, and for the first time in a long time, I think the Chargers are the real deal, and the AFC West really better watch out, because AFC West is going to be the division this year. Anyway, go ahead, man.
Okay. Bucks at Falcons.
I got to go Bucks.
Okay.
I got to go Bucks. I'm a huge Mayfield fan. I love the guy, and I'm going to go Bucks. I just don't like the Falcons. Man, they're like such a middling team anymore.
I like Penix sitting last year behind Kirk Cousins. Got to play at the end of the year. Looks good. I thought he was the best quarterback in the draft 2 years ago. So I'll take Falcons at home. They're slight underdogs. They're getting like 1.5, something like that. But we're not picking with the spreads. Bengals, nope. Browns.
Oh, come on. Bengals.
Dolphins, Colts.
Colts.
Okay. All right. Daniel Jones is starting for them, I think.
That's the rumor.
Okay. Well, Anthony Richardson's not going to play. So there's that. Panthers, Jags.
Boy, if there was a game I cared less about than Panthers, Jags, I would watch this, man. Jags. I'll go Jags.
If Carolina was home, you would have taken Carolina.
Yes, I would have.
Raiders at New England. Here's another one that most people probably don't care about.
I honestly, I don't care. New England.
Okay.
I'm going to bet against that. Well, Raiders are AFC West, dude, so I have to root against them.
Raiders are good. I mean, they got Geno Smith. They got
they're done. I'll give it.
New coach.
I'll give it to New England.
All right. Cardinals at New Orleans.
Ooh, that's a tough one, man. If it was, you know what, I'm going to go Cardinals. Okay. And I would be a solid Cardinals if they were at home, but I'm going to go Cardinals on this one.
All right, Steelers at Jets.
Jesus, it's going to be a mess. You know what? My man is back. He's re-energized. He's fired up, and I'm going Steelers because I'm going with the ancient quarterback on this one. And I don't like the Jets. You don't like the Jets, Joe, and you live
with
there.
A chip on his shoulder. He wants to embarrass the Jets.
How can you bet against him on this one, dude? How can you? It's
going to be a hostile environment.
It's going to be brutal. So no, I'm going to go with Steelers.
All right. Giants at Washington.
Geez. So wow, I'm trying to look. Russell's starting for the Giants, isn't he? Isn't this your year?
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
I mean,
I will pick anybody playing the Giants. How about that, Joe?
Yeah. I mean, the Giants are not there yet. I like what they did in the draft. I like what they got going on. They're not ready yet. They're not going to beat Washington, I don't think. And then we got Titans, Broncos. Broncos are huge favorites in this game.
Come on, Broncos.
Niners at Seahawks.
Niners. I got to go Niners, man. There's a lot of good synergy there. I mean, my tight end is I picked up Kittle.
I've Purdy.
I mean,
I got Purdy today, so.
Yeah, okay. So then it works out. It works out for both of us, man. That's all I want to see, man, is Purdy to Kittle. There you go.
And then we got some interesting ones here. Lions, Packers.
Got to go Lions. Come on.
Okay. Texans at Rams. Rams are huge favorites.
I got to go Rams, dude.
Yeah.
I've always had a soft spot for Texas. I always have been, but that team has been ripped into so many pieces now, man. Come on. I got to go Rams. They actually have some cohesion.
Ravens at Bills. Bills are actually home dogs, slight home dogs.
You know what? I don't go against Josh Allen, not at home.
Yeah, you can't. And then Monday night, Vikings, Bears.
Vikings, come on. Bears.
Taking the Vikings. All right.
Bears suck.
And then I'm gonna, in case we tie, I'm gonna write down a number for the total.
Mm-hmm.
What's your total for Monday night?
Oh, we talking over or under or what?
Yeah, just whatever the closest.
Okay. We want the game. Let me see.
Closest without going over. Yeah.
All right. I'll go 42.
Oh shit. Okay. So
did you also go 42? Because that'd be funny.
I put 43.
Okay. Well, there you go, man. So we are over.
I have
under here.
zero confidence that Caleb Williams can throw for multiple touchdowns in this game.
Nope.
He is not that mobile. I
Nope.
don't think he should have been drafted so high. His
Nope.
team wasn't good in college. He wasn't the best quarterback in the draft. I don't know what the Bears did. The Bears should have traded that pick probably. But
they like to go and just destroy young hopeful quarterbacks because they all end up there, and then they all end up on scout teams or working, selling used cars or something like that. But that's where brand new hyped up quarterbacks go to die, is right there. You know what? I'm going to fall back on history on this one, Joe.
All right, let's flip flop to baseball here.
Quick. Okay.
Let's see. How do I do that?
Are you asking me? Do you want me to host? I could start hosting.
No, I got it all queued up here.
Because that's actually a real good screen. There you go. All right, serve it up.
All right. I mean, your Seattle Mariners are in. They play Houston. Out of all the teams in the playoffs, that's probably who you'd want to play in the first round if you had to. Mets, if the season ends today, they're playing the Dodgers. I mean, it's not great for the Mets. I'd rather play the Dodgers than San Diego, but I'd much rather play any of those other three teams besides either California team. I think the Brewers are very beatable, even though they got swept by the Brewers about a month ago. Philly, to me, is just, like you said, they're cursed. Injuries have crushed them. They don't match up well against the Mets because Harper and Schwarber just don't hit Mets pitching, and the Mets crush their bullpen. I don't know, man, about the Cubs. To me, out of all these teams that are here, and if you're a Cubs fan, I'm sorry, the Cubs are the worst team out of these.
And interestingly, I got to go with the Cubs. Well, Mariners, come on, man. As long as if Dumper's got his game on, you'll see them later in the playoff picture. So I'm not sweating that. I'm gonna favor the Mets because of one particular person, Joe. There's one particular guy that's over on the Mets. No, it ain't from you. You ain't out there taking swings. Come on. No, there's one guy on the Mets that I don't bet against. So there you go. I have to kind of favor the Cubs because I live in Des Moines, Iowa, and we don't have a professional sports team, but we do have the AAA Cubs here. We do have the AAA Cubs. So that's it, man. That's it. So I'm liking the Cubs. Padres, come on. What else can you say about what else can I'm not going to
play with a certain up here, man.
That they have heart, dude, and they're always over it. Look at their look at their dugout, look at their bull. I mean, these guys are always ready, man, for every single
they're ready.
thing.
They play with like this attitude, like they've already won, but they play a gritty game to even the superstars, the Tatises and the Machados, they play a gritty game. Last year, I thought they were the best team in baseball. They got picked off by the Dodgers, who end up winning the whole thing. This team probably knows they were the best team last year, and they're going to play that way. Kind of reminds me of, what was it, the 2015 Royals didn't win the whole thing, even though they were the best team, and then they won the next year. I could see that for the Padres. Maybe I have them off by a year. Whatever year the Royals won the World Series, was either 15 or 16, they should have won the year before also. And that just made them, more dangerous in the postseason.
Made them hungry. Yeah.
My problem with the Mets, they don't have a number one starter that you could line up against any other ace. Senga is supposed to be their number one. He got hurt midseason. He's been awful since his return, and it's not even an arm issue. It was like a calf muscle. It's hard for him to get out of the fourth inning, which is a disaster. And then the Mets' big free agent pitcher of the offseason, Sean Manaea, they overpaid for him. They liked that he was a lefty. He's got this three-quarter delivery. He changes speeds well. He was hurt in spring training. He just has not been very good. So 1 and 2 for the Mets are huge question marks. They have to fix that. Otherwise, Dodgers could sweep them. And it's that serious. However, Mets bringing up these rookies. They have another rookie pitching today. Their first two rookies are 5-1 right now, with one of them being 4-0.
Yeah, those guys are unconscious.
I always
right now,
think
man.
that if you could bring someone up midseason who nobody had on the radar and pencil them in the postseason, they're dangerous. But either Senga or Manaea, they need to figure it out. The rest of the bullpen will get fixed because you only really need 3 starters. and then you'll have some starter like arms in the bullpen. The Clay Holmes, Clay Holmes might go to the bullpen. He's been very good, but he was a reliever all of his life, and they rode him like a rental car this year. He's like almost at like 200 innings. His career high is like 60. So he's going to have to either skip a turn in the rotation or go to the bullpen. David Peterson, who went to the bullpen last year, cannot go to the bullpen because he's been so good. He's an all-star for the Mets. One of these rookies needs to stay this hot, and then either Minaya or Senga for the Mets, they have to pitch, or both. They have to pitch in the rotation well. Otherwise, it's going to be an early exit for the Mets. And then Juan Soto, who's maybe the best postseason player.
And you cannot. Juan needs this. All right. Well, that's why I'm going the direction I'm going, man. That guy
They
played.
signed him for the postseason. This guy is going to get a lot of at-bats, crucial at-bats in the postseason, but the Mets pitching has to keep them in the games, and that's just how it is.
And that's kind of the problem. But you know what? What I love about playoff baseball is that Moneyball's over now. All right, Moneyball doesn't apply anymore. The only thing that applies is, are you guys going to step up for this game? Not, we just gotta, we just need 55 and we're good to go. It's this game. That's why I love the playoffs, man. That's why I'm so excited about the baseball playoffs.
Quick look at the wild card.
Yep.
So Seattle's getting chased down by Kansas City. That can't be good for you, right? Kansas City is just one of those teams. Like, I never know who's on their team, and they're always good. And then Texas is right. Wow, this closed up a lot in the last 2 weeks. This closed up. So really, 1, 2, 3, 4 are out of it. I by the way, Tampa played the Mets in the beginning of the year. They were very good. I know they went into a lull. Tampa's another one of those teams. Can't name a single guy on the team. They could beat anybody in a 3-game series. How do I get this crap off my screen? All right, there we go.
Are you asking me again?
Seattle and Boston cannot feel good right now. And then let's look at the National League. I mean, a little more of a cushion here. Some of these teams have to play each other, which means, the Mets could get in if they play 500 in September, which you don't want them to do. But these teams play each other. Mets play Cincy today, third game of a 3-game series. San Fran plays Cincy, I believe. Cincy plays the Cardinals, I think. So these teams are going to, unless there are some sweeps, these teams are going to beat up on each other. The Mets play the Cardinals maybe at the end of the year. I can't remember. But these teams are going to hurt each other. Mets should get in. What you want is you want them to get in winning like their last 6 of 7. Mm-hmm. Other than that, I don't care what happens in September. Develop those rookie pitchers, figure out roles for all those marginal guys on the roster. Make sure Soto, Alonso, and Lindor are not banged up heading into the postseason. And then the Mets, as it stands right now, they'll face off against the Dodgers for the 4th time in the last 10 years, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. And I'm so sick to death of the damn Dodgers, dude. We don't need dynasties out here. All right. This is baseball. All right. We don't need any more.
We finally got rid of the Yankees, and we finally get rid of the Yankees. Now we got the Dodgers, who are like, once they got Freddie Freeman, it's like, man, I hate these guys.
I cannot stand the Dodgers. I like anybody who's playing the Dodgers. I'm so sick of this, man.
Freddie Freeman, a little bit of a crybaby, went to the Dodgers, right? They plucked him from Atlanta, who didn't want to pay him what he was worth, and he got what he was worth. And then he complained that the Braves fans booed him. Like, shut up, man. You took the money. You took the money. You can't have it both ways. No. And then he kills the Mets. He kills everybody. He's basically a triple crown threat, even at this stage of his career. But that's it. College football, NFL is going to be awesome today. I'm going to try to watch a couple games, and then MLB.
Yeah, and I actually have to sign up for that YouTube football thing that they have going on. I have to, because I never get Denver games, dude. I live in Des Moines, Iowa. So the only games we get are Vikings games or Chiefs games. I loathe the Chiefs. I was so happy when the Chargers were thumping them, dude. I cannot even begin to describe it. I think they're and if you need a clip, yeah, look, man, their whole Chiefs dynasty, that's over. All right, that's over. People, when everybody's gunning for you, they figure you out, and they did. All right, Chiefs, you guys are it was great. All right, it was great. You tried your three, yeah, but that all that shit's over now. So, different time. And dude,
Although
I
I
love
did get a
that
flashback.
icon, man. Send me
I
that
did
icon, dude. I want
sure.
to put it on a t-shirt.
I did get flashbacks of the old Chiefs when, you have Mahomes. It looks like he has no idea what he's doing, and then all of a sudden just slings a ball from a weird arm angle, and Travis Kelce standing in the middle of nowhere, not a defender within 10 yards of him. It seems like it happens at least once per quarter. And I'm like, how is he open every drive? He's so open. It's almost like the defense just like, did someone fall down? Do they not have enough guys in the field? But I think the Chiefs are more of a defensive team. Maybe that's not, and obviously, like, their special teams is great. They had that, you see them kick that field goal, they had 7 seconds running
I
clock.
could not believe that fire drill field goal, man. And this is not a close one. It's not a
Oh
chip
my
shot, dude.
59
59
yards.
yards. And again, as a kicker, dude, I wouldn't even know where to line up. I didn't even get to measure my steps or anything like that. But Bucker, boom, and that thing would have been good from 65. So it was like 12 seconds, man. They got on, lined up, got it snapped, and nailed it from 59 yards. Yeah, I have to find out on our league who has Bucker because I'm trading for him.
It's
All
not
right,
me.
look. Hey, I got Jordan Love, dude. You need some Jordan Love? I give you a little Jordan Love. I actually looked at it and I realized, why am I holding 3 quarterbacks? Why do I have 3 quarterbacks on my team?
Eh,
I got Mahomes to leave him on the bench. That's my way of saying I don't like the Chiefs,
I had
and I have
Mahomes and
no
Love
idea where Love
last year.
came
They
from.
were bad. They were
Yeah,
bad for fantasy.
there and yeah, we're not talking fantasy. We'll talk about that on Wednesday after the games are
Correct.
settled because I am the league champion, so I get to initiate this conversation.
All
It's
right.
done, dude.
Well,
It's a done deal, man. I got my crystal ball. We're good.
all right. Week 2, and yeah, we'll touch base Wednesday, and that's that. Have a good one today, man.
Yep, you too, bro. Peace.